Dearest family, during Avataric ages, all mankind and creation unconsciously derive the blessing of God's presence on earth as Avatar. But it remains the great good fortune of a few to receive it consciously. I recall beloved Baba's words, "I come for all, but I am for a few." Of the few who received the blessing of the Avatar's darshan at Pune in the first week of May 1965 were thousands of his lovers from all over the East, from India, from Pakistan, Aden, and Iran. They all came, these pilgrims, journeying solely in love from far and near, by land, sea, and air, for a sight of their beloved.
The men and women disciples who lived with Meher Baba through the years are called the resident Mandali. His sister Mani was one of those close disciples. Mani shared in many phases of his work, and in 1956, Meher Baba directed her to be his scribe to the West. Thus, the family letters began. Written on Baba's behalf, Mani's letter offers a personal and intimate view of this gathering.
Seated in his chair on the dais, wearing his beautiful white robe and a garland of flowers, Baba looked radiant throughout the long hours of darshan time each day, his God smile shining on the sea of lovers before him. One by one they approached him, and with upturned faces animated with the glow of his presence, they stood before him for a moment that embraced eternity. Beloved Baba's message for all, read out over the mic before the darshan started, was, "All these years, I used to embrace you, my lovers, and bow down to your love for me. Now I cannot embrace you, so I allow you to bow down to my love for you." Smiling his love on some, bowing his head to others, now asking after someone's health or work, now caressing the face of a child held aloft to him. He was father, friend, and beloved to all.
Meher Baba observed silence beginning in 1925. Over the years, he dictated his messages and books in English from an alphabet board and with unique hand gestures. Meher Baba declared, "I am the Ancient One, the one residing in every heart. I was Rama, I was Krishna, I was this one, I was that one, and now I am Meher Baba."
मेरा दामन तो जल ही चुका है मगर, मेरा दामन तो जल ही चुका है मगर, आज तुम पर भी आए गवारा नहीं। मेरा दामन तो जल ही चुका है मगर आज तुम पर भी आए गवारा नहीं। मेरे आंसू न पोंछो खुदा के लिए, मेरे आंसू न पोंछो खुदा के लिए, वरना आंचल तुम्हारा भी जल जाएगा। मेरे आंसू न पोंछो खुदा के लिए, वरना आंचल तुम्हारा भी जल जाएगा। रुख से पर्दा हटा दे, तीर की जा है दिल, दिल की जा तीर है। तीर की जा है दिल, दिल की जा तीर है। तीर से यूं न खेलो खुदा के लिए। तीर की जा है दिल, दिल की जा तीर है। तीर से यूं न खेलो खुदा के लिए। तीर खींचा तो दिल ही निकल आएगा। तीर खींचा तो दिल ही निकल आएगा। दिल जो निकला तो बस दम निकल जाएगा। रुख से पर्दा हटा दे जरा सा किया, बस सभी रंगे महफिल बदल जाए।
The next morning, the gathering shifted to an open-sided tent or pandal to accommodate the huge crowds. For the next 5 days, thousands seized the opportunity to have Meher Baba's darshan.
And so we saw them hurrying in each darshan morning, a constant stream of lovers, young and old, rich and poor, from ministers of state to the toiler in the field. Their vocations and mode of dress as varied in range and expression as the notes of a musical composition. Many of the women carried babes in their arms. A number of them were barely a month old. We were filled with wonder at the love and faith of these mothers who came from long distances with their little ones, braving nights and days of travel in unbelievably crowded Indian trains. One young mother from the district of Hamirpur brought along her firstborn, a 15 days old girl, because, she told us, she wanted to give her child the greatest thing there was on earth, Meher Baba's darshan.
Meher Baba's message to them, read out on the first day in the Guru Prasad Pandal, said, I am happy to see you all. I am touched that many of you have come from distant parts at no small sacrifice to be in my presence for a few hours. Devotees spend their lifetime savings and even risk life itself in pilgrimage to bow down before God in forms sanctified by tradition. And their rewards are according to tradition. But you have journeyed to bow down before God who has taken human form because of love, and your reward will be according to love.
As each placed his or her head on his feet, along with the garlands and the babies they had brought with them, some bathing his feet with tears and kisses, he acknowledged their love with folded hands held to his breast or touched to his forehead. It was a profound gesture that brought to life the symbol mastery in servitude. Every one of them was given the opportunity to bow down to his love that surpasses all understanding, his love that gave no thought to what it cost his physical body, which was racked with pain and immensely fatigued after each darshan session. Because the lovers were many and the days were few, Baba gave of himself for longer hours each morning and also for over an hour every afternoon. And so one and all received of his love, that love which had drawn them to him from far and near.
After visiting America and Australia in May and June, Meher Baba gave the following message on July 10, 1958, to a group of about 200 of his lovers gathered to celebrate the anniversary of his silence. Before his message was read out that day, Meher Baba said through hand gestures, "The main thing I give today is my universal message, which I want you to listen carefully to and take in with all your heart. I have come not to teach, but to awaken. Understand, therefore, that I lay down no precepts. Throughout eternity I have laid down principles and precepts, but mankind has ignored them. Man's inability to live God's words makes the Avatar's teaching a mockery. Instead of practicing the compassion he taught, man has waged crusades in his name. Instead of living the humility, purity, and truth of his words, man has given way to hatred, greed, and violence. Because man has been deaf to the principles and precepts laid down by God in the past, In this present avataric form, I observe silence. You have asked for and been given enough words. It is now time to live them. To get nearer and nearer to God, you have to get further and further away from I, my, me, and mine. You have not to renounce anything but your own self. It is as simple as that, though found to be almost impossible. It is possible for you to renounce your limited self by my grace. I have come to release that grace. I repeat, I lay down no precepts. When I release the tide of truth which I have come to give, men's daily lives will be the living precept. The words I have not spoken will come to life in them. I veil myself from man by his own curtain of ignorance and manifest my glory to a few. My present avataric form is the last incarnation of this cycle of time. Hence, my manifestation will be the greatest. When I break my silence, the impact of my love will be universal, and all life in creation will know, feel, and receive of it. It will help every individual to break himself free from his own bondage in his own way. I am the divine beloved who loves you more than you could ever love yourself. The breaking of my silence will help you to help yourself in knowing your real self. All this world confusion and chaos was inevitable, and no one is to blame. What had to happen has happened, and what has to happen will happen. There was and is no way out except through my coming in your midst. I had to come, and I have come. I am the Ancient One.
Sri Meher Baba has come from India with a message to the West. He does not convey this message by speaking, but by his mere presence. When he wishes to communicate with people, he uses this board and points to the letters on it. I intend to bring together all religions and cults like beads on one string and revitalize them for individual and collective needs. This is my mission to the West.
When they begin the beginning, it brings back a sound of music so tender. It brings back a night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen.
I'm with you once more under the stars. And down by the shore an orchestra's playing, and even the palms seem to be swaying when they begin the begin. To live it again is past all endeavor, except the tune that clutches my heart, and a heavy oil swearing to love forever, and promising never, never to part. What moments divine, what rapture serene, till clouds came along to disperse the joys that we've tasted. And now when I hear people curse the charms that love wasted, I know but too well what they mean. So don't let them begin, Let the love that was once a fire remain unambered. Let it sleep like the dead desire I only remember. When they begin, they begin. Oh yes, let them begin, they begin. Make them play till the stars that were there before return above. Till you whisper to me once more, darling, I love you. Then we suddenly know what heaven we're in. When we begin, the begin. When they begin, the begin.
To wrap up this letter carrying beloved Barbara's love to you, there can be no material more substantial or beautiful than the message that he gave to his lovers on May 3rd of 1965. Barbara said, "This time of your being with me, I do not intend giving you a lot of words to exercise your minds I want your minds to sleep so that your hearts may awaken to my love. You have had enough of words. I have had enough of words. It is not through words that I give what I have to give. In the silence of your perfect surrender, my love, which is always silent, can flow to you, to be yours always to keep and to share with those who seek me. When the word of my love breaks out of its silence and speaks in your hearts, telling you who I really am, then you will know that that is the real word you have been always longing to hear.